Welcome to the WSL post-show stop number 1 of the Challenger Series. Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro presented by GWM is wrapped. We got winners. It was quite a day here at Snapper. Beautiful day. Got it done. I'm Kaipa along with Felicity Palmentier as well as Rich Lovett. I'm going to start with you, Rich. Your impressions on this finals day, beautiful finals day.
Yeah, it was incredible, actually, and I'm just super stoked that the surf didn't completely disappear on it. In fact, the waves were actually really fun, and we saw some incredible surfing, both from the men and women. Sort of stoked with who won the contest because I feel like they were the informed surfers. But what a day. There's so much energy down here on the beach. I don't know if you can still hear it, but the Brazilians are going absolutely mad behind us here.
As they should. Sammy Pupo takes out the men for the wins, win for the men's. And in the women's division, India Robinson, Flick, you know, her bid to get back on the championship tour, she started off on strong footing.
Yeah, she really did. And you know, she's touched on it throughout the event that she's had a lot of stuff going on personally, obviously coming back from an injury, not quite feeling 100%. And with some, you know, her road to the final, she took out some big names. One of them, Stephanie Gilmore. So she's got a lot to reflect on once she gets home. That
is, talk about a confidence booster for India Robinson and her quest to get back on the championship tour. Yeah. That is something we're going to celebrate. We're going to get into that. But first, we're going to start off with our men's and take a look at our Bailey Ladders bracket for the men's. The high road to the final was Imai Kalani DeVault. The low road to the final and a win, Samuel Pupo. Brilliant surfing by both Samuel as well as Imai throughout this event, Rich.
Yeah, those the quarterfinal bracket here is just super stacked with, you know, ex-CT riders and newcomers coming in and really trying to find their position there. But for Sammy, you know, it was a difficult one. I felt like the bottom part of that bracket there was really stacked and well, it's just been amazing surfing all day long as we see some of the action right now. Just Sammy Pupo, wasn't he just sizzling on every single ride?
Yes, Sammy Pupo defeating Jorgen Kuzne in the quarterfinals with surfing just like that.
Yeah, looking so sharp. I love the way he releases the fins on that opening turn and just grinds almost across the lip there. It's looking so on point, and yeah, surfing really goes hand in hand with Snapper.
Then had to take down Crosby Colapinto, for the semi-final win right here with a nice finish there, Rich.
Yeah, that was a great air rev. And, you know, Crosby was on fire this event. He had the push of the 2% crew and putting some amazing surfing together as well. But Sammy, too strong, too consistent, and just showing us great variety throughout the whole entire week. Really dipping into his bag of tricks.
Yeah, maintaining that focus, that performance straight into the final against Imai Kalani DeVault. Flick, Sammy Pupo's got to be proud of his achievement today.
Yeah, and a lot of surfing for him today. You know, he's going to be tired after this. He surfed a lot of waves and he surfed them really, really well. He's definitely had the best read, obviously, on this wave all day. And this day has been look, there's been waves, but it's been pretty challenging. And it's been challenging to identify what waves are going to be good and far out. I mean, look at that air. It's just so beautiful to watch. And yeah.
That's not conservative surfing.
Definitely
right there. That is just full throttle, you know, high risk energy maneuvers there. And I think he's going to find some energy tonight.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of party.
He deserves it, and the crowd went wild right here for Samuel Pupo. Wants to earn his way onto the 2024 Championship Tour. His older brother Miguel already has that wild card, so will we see the brothers back together in 2024 starting at Pipeline? Could be, because Sammy Pupo is on his way. Take a look at the numbers right here, some big numbers. Flick, a 7.67, 7.43 for the win.
Yeah, massive numbers, and just for me, he's been one of the surfers that has looked in the most informed throughout the whole event. There was a few there, you know, we had Rio, Aiden Massenkamp, both looking good, Sammy Pupo, but he just rose to the top and, yeah, coming out with the win.
Yeah. Well, let's make it official, you guys. We're going to throw to Ron Blakey for the official awards presentation.
Thank you, Kaipo. How's everyone doing out here today? You have a good day? Welcome to the official presentation for the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro presented by GWM. It's been an absolutely amazing week here. Snapper has delivered once again, so thank you. Before we go any further, the WSL would like to acknowledge the Ginjambara and the Mainang people of the Bunjalung Nation and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. And we extend this acknowledgement to First Nations people here today and those watching on the broadcast. Can we put our hands together, please? We want to send a big shout out to all of you. You make this event so special, getting behind our competitors. I think if we asked our competitors, did our fans push you this week to bring your level to a new place? I know all of them would say yes. So thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. This is the Challenger Series. Snapper Rocks is the first stop. It's a long year. All these competitors have come off grueling regional qualifying series events straight here to Snapper Rocks and put on a magic performance for you. Can we please hear it for all the competitors that took part in the event this year? We want to give a very special shout out to our partners, the City of Gold Coast, the Gold Coast City Council, Major Events Gold Coast, getting behind this event once again. We always feel so at home here. So thank you very much. Put your hands together, please, for the City of Gold Coast and Major Events Gold Coast. Boost Mobile, our title partner, getting behind the event. Great activations all week. GWM, our presenting partner for this contest. And we also want to thank our strategic partners, Rip Curl, Yeti, Bonsoy, Bailey Ladders, BioGlan, Harvey Norman, Bond University, Oakberry, Coopers, and the S&S Group. Put your hands together for our sponsors, please. We also have to give a very special mention to the local community here. Snapper Rock Surf Riders Club, the Rainbow Bay Surf Club. They're going to see some action this afternoon. And to all the surfers that share this lineup with us, thank you for giving us the opportunity to take on this incredible wave once again and show you what the world's best challengers can do. Up on stage with me at the moment, I have some very special guests. We've got Andrew Stark, the WSL APAC president. Put your hands together for Andrew. We've got Will Hayden-Smith, the WSL senior manager and development tours. Will, great job this week, mate. Fantastic calls. It must have been difficult, the waves were pumping every day. We've also got Councillor Gail O'Neill with us once again, representing the City of Gold Coast and Major Events Gold Coast. Thank you, Gail, for your support. All right, we're going to get straight into it here. The men's event was remarkable. Of the 80 surfers that took part, you know, there was any number of competitors that could have gone on to crack the final here. But one guy that's been to the championship tour, he's fighting desperately to get back there, and he gave us a magic run. Beautiful style, well suited to this location. Put your hands together, please, for Maui's Imai Kalani DeVault. There it is, mate. Congratulations. Man, what a magic run and a huge way to kick off the campaign. On the Challenger Series, both these last 2 years, you've been strong, but this is your best ever finish in a Challenger Series event. How good does that feel to start this series at the #2 spot?
Oh, it feels insane. It felt really good to get into the final. It's my first QS final of my life, so yeah, I'm just really happy. That was just an insane week of surfing snapper with a few other guys out.
Mate, perfect. And tell us about this wave. I know you got here nice and early. Has it been a couple of the best weeks of your surfing life or what?
Yeah, it was my first experience seeing snapper really with swell. Last year I didn't get too much surf before, so yeah, it's been an insane 3 weeks of being here, so to finish off with the final too is the cherry on top. I'm so happy.
Congratulations. Put your hands together again for Imai Kalani DeVault, who has incredible support from back home, and I know everyone's tuned in and cheering you on, mate, so well done. Now, on the women's side, again, we saw incredible performances. What about the local Grom? Sierra Kerr winning the juniors, taking out the trials and pushing the 8-time world champion right up until the last moments of their clash. Put your hands together for Sierra. It was a stunning run, and we saw so much magic from a lot of the upcoming talent on the Challenger Series. But our runner-up place getter here at the Boost Mobile Pro Gold Coast for 2023. She's been coming for a couple of years now. This is her best ever finish in a Challenger Series event. Put your hands together for San Clemente's Soya Lindblad. Much like Imai, you know, I know you're probably disappointed not to get that win, but it's such a fantastic way to kick off the campaign on what's going to be a really grueling Challenger Series. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good to make my first final in the Challenger Series. Obviously, I wanted to win, but it was just so fun surfing snapper with a couple people out. And yeah, I'm really grateful that I was able to compete in this event.
Well, we were grateful that you came here and put on such a fantastic show. We also have to say your San Clemente crew really brought some magic here to Snapper Rocks. They were, you know, some of our favourite cheer squads that we've ever seen here at this venue. How much did their support help you get to that final?
Yeah, for sure. We all push each other so much, and I'm so proud of the boys for doing so well. And I want to give a shout out to everyone affiliated with 2%. It's such a cool community in San Clemente. And yeah, shout out to Kalohe and Crosby and Jet and Cade and everyone.
Congratulations, Soya. Number 2 on the Challenger Series ratings, heading into the second stop down there at Sydney. All right, it's time to get to our champions now. Of the 80 surfers that were in this field, there was a lot of people saying that this next guy was going to be so hard to stop, and today he validated that. Samuel Pupo, he didn't survive the cut, but he has proven himself as a winner here today, and he's going to be the number 1 on the Challenger Series ratings. Make some noise for the champion of the Boost Mobile Pro Gold Coast, presented by GWM, Samuel Pupo. Get it up there, Sammy. Well done, mate. You've blown our minds with your performances on the championship tour. We know how competitive it is and how heartbreaking it was not making the cut, but how good does it feel to reset, come here to Snapper Rocks and get a win in the Challenger Series?
Oh, it feels so good. It was such a hard year for me. Hard start in Hawaii, and then got a good result, and then just ended up needing just one more and came up short. But I feel like God knows His plan, and I try to reset and come here to Gold Coast, which is a place I love a lot. I've been coming here since I was like 9 years old and dreaming about competing here, and winning here was just another dream come true. And thank you everyone for having me.
Absolutely magic. Obviously, you had incredible support here on the beach, but at home you've got incredible support too, and I know a lot of your family and friends are tuned in. Anything you want to say to them?
Thank you everyone for supporting me, all my sponsors and JS with me right now, and just so many good things around me besides falling off tour, you know. So it's incredible how surfing is. 2 weeks ago, just having such a hard time in my life, and now winning a contest, it just happened so fast, and can't wait to go to Narrabeen and do my best.
And what did it mean for you to have Zhao Chianca, the current world number 1 on the championship tour, here supporting you? Obviously, you were here backing him through the event last year. Must have been special to hug it out on the beach at the end of that final.
So special. We've been pushing each other so much since we were little, and now we're surfing out at our best, I think, and he's world number 1, and it's just so cool to be with him and see how he does things and how he handles pressure, and so nice to have him here. He was basically my coach like the whole contest, and it was so cool to be, you know, to have him as my friend, and hopefully I can get back on tour and we do some another heats.
Awesome, Sammy, mate. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to all your Brazilian fans back home as well.
Obrigado a todo mundo na praia. Eu sei que tem muito brasileiro aí. Faz barulho, faz barulho! E foi incrível a semana inteira. Vocês fazem muita diferença para mim. Então, obrigado por tudo e tamo junto sempre, que é Brasil.
Your champion, Sammy Pupo. What a performance. A magic run here, and no doubt a run that will continue as we move through the Challenger Series schedule. That leaves one And I know there's going to be plenty of noise for this individual. She's been to the championship tour before, and during her rookie season, she had a massive injury to overcome. It's been a long road back, but today we saw a magic performance for your champion of the Women's Boost Mobile Pro Gold Coast, presented by GWM. Put your hands together for India Robinson. Hoist it up there, India. Let's have a look at it. Absolutely beautiful trophies this year too. India, congratulations. The biggest win of your career, and it couldn't have come at a better venue. You've put in so much work to get to this point.
Yeah, lots of time and preparation. I forfeited my year on the Challenger Series last year to work on my health, and ended up just getting a head start and putting my time in at Snapper, and yeah, it's worked out well.
Incredibly well, and also I got to say your team has done an amazing job. Your surfing looks like it's gone to another level, really surfing with a lot of speed and power at the moment. Have you been working on that?
Yes, definitely. Not making the cut gave me the opportunity to work on some of my weaknesses, and yeah, I have such an amazing support crew that pushed me to do better, and yeah, I think all of that time out of the competition jersey allowed me to get a step ahead in my own surfing. So yeah, bringing that to competition feels special.
5 places. There is only 5 places for the women to graduate to the championship tour at the end of every season, and I think we all saw how much talent is here. Women's surfing is in such a fantastic place. You overcame an incredibly stacked field. It must feel so good.
Oh, definitely. All of the women are surfing so amazing, and at a wave like this, it allowed us to all showcase our talent, and yeah, I'm very proud of how far the women are coming, and we have a bit more to go, so hopefully we just keep pushing.
We'll celebrate this moment, India. You have earned it, overcoming Stephanie Gilmore today in the semi-finals, going on to win the event, and congratulations. It was great to see. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our champions of the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM. You guys step up, take centre stage, and we'll throw it back to Kaipo and the team for the WSL Post Show.
All right. Well, congratulations to all of our finalists.
That's a good feeling, isn't it? Raising the trophy. Awesome stuff.
Well, congratulations to all of our finalists, and it was really cool. Flick, I'm going to start with you. Is that, you know, both of those surfers, Sammy and India, have a taste of the championship tour. So I think when you have a taste of it, it means even more for you to get back on to the top.
Yeah, one thing I just took away from that was Sammy literally said, you know, I had one of the hardest moments of my life in my career only a week and a half ago, and how quickly that can just change. And now he's the winner of the first Challenger Series event, and it's just, it makes you emotional hearing the surfers talk about this and seeing what India had to do to get to this point, to come back from injury. So, yeah, I'm proud of both of them. They've really, really come into their own, and yeah, it's been exciting to watch.
Hey, I mean, we look at the numbers, Rich. 10,000 points to India, 10,000 points to Sammy. They're halfway there to qualification.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you would have to think that Sammy has got one foot back in the door when it comes to CT qualification. You know, a win, he'd have to kind of screw it up pretty royally. And he's just too good a surfer. He's going to bag some extra results. And, you know, this is looking good for him.
Yeah, well, we took a look at the men's. Now let's take a look at the women's Bailey Ladders bracket and India Robinson's road to victory. She did not have an easy road. Look at that. First, she had to overcome an informed Sarah Baum flick, and then look at the semifinal matchup she had to overcome.
Yeah, massive semifinal, and it was pretty interesting hearing Bottle once she'd come in and beaten Stephanie Gilmore, who arguably is the best out here. Obviously, she's a home break. Bottle said to her, hey, you know, like there's still more to do, and she was pretty aware of that as well. She's like, I've still got one more, and there's still a job at hand. So, yeah, eventually taking on Sora and taking home the win. But, yeah, with beautiful turns like this, it's we saw India just absolutely on fire.
Her road to the final on the quarterfinals started with Sarah Baum. She took the win easily there. Now, look at this matchup. Semifinals, Rich, against the Queen of Snapper.
Yeah, against the undisputed Queen of Snapper Rock, Stephanie Gilmore. And it was just some really solid surfing. And I feel like there's a new energy to India's approach. It's a bit more radical. It's a bit faster. There's more power and conviction in each one of her turns. So, you know, she really tapped into that to overcome the great Steph, and that is no easy beat. There's not many people who can claim they've beaten the 8-time world champ.
Kept that motivation, kept that momentum into the final where she defeated Sawyer Lindblad Flick.
Yeah, this was an interesting final. She got a couple of scores straight off the bat. This one, probably, I think it was her best one, this one here, and then it went really sleepy in the middle, and she had a couple of decisions to make with priority, but yeah, she just got it over the girl from San Clemente, and that last turn there, so explosive. And you can see Bottle just absolutely stoked with that result, and all of the team from Surfing Australia.
There's great surfing that India's been doing, but she's also competed exceptionally well through the week, making good decisions, obviously tuning into the break. It's been a tricky break all week. You've really had to figure out the riddle of snapper rocks this week, and she did it perfectly.
Taking a look at the final numbers here, 7.5, 6.67 was enough for the big W for India Robinson in that final. Hey, this teenager, Sawyer Lindblad, she's going to be one to look out for as well, Flick.
Yeah, I loved what I saw from her. She was putting down big scores for only 2 turns on her backhand. And on a long point break, dropping big scores like that, her future's super bright. I have no doubt that she's going to be on the tour one day. And yeah, look out.
Well, that's the women's final. Let's take a look at the Women's Challenger Series rankings, because now it's got all set up after stop number 1 here at Snapper. You can see the top 2. We know about them, but Steph Gilmore, she doesn't need those points. Sally Fitzgibbons, though, Rich, she does, and she's off to a great start with 6,085 points.
Yeah, that's a really confidence-boosting result for Sally Fitz, who's, you know, fallen off tour, and we just don't expect Sal to be in this position where she's kind of, you know, struggling to find a position on the championship tour. We just think that she deserves to be there, and we know she does, and we all want her to get back there, and by no way is Sal going to finish off here. She's got plenty more to give. Nixie Ryan, another one, great to see her there. Luana Silva, she is really coming in hot as well.
Like, what about the bottom right there? Sierra Kerr.
I know.
Sierra Kerr is worthy of some conversation.
Oh, completely. I mean, that's where my eyes went to first. The absolute super grom who almost took out Stephanie Gilmore is on number 9 on the rankings.
Yeah, look at the men's rankings here, and Jet Schilling is in a solid position. We always knew that Jacob Wilcox, he deserves to be on the championship tour. He's been after it for a long time. He's in a good position right now.
Yeah, he really is. He was surfing so well on his backhand. I love the sort of progression that he was able to get out of the lip with those sort of tail releases. And someone else who's been surfing really good this week, Michael Rodriguez was looking really in form, and Jorgen Kuzene, with that knee injury, still surfing his way to a 5th place. That's pretty good. 5th on the rankings, sorry.
Yeah, and Jaddy Baby, can't get rid of him. He's always going to be in the conversation.
Only 4 of this 10 are former CT competitors. So 6 of this crew are newcomers that are really taking on the Challenger Series and wanting one of those spots.
Yeah, and that's when we get to see, you know, new blood. We get to see the requalification as well. That's what makes it so exciting. We've got 5 more stops happening here. But you know what? It all comes down to one wave of the day, the Boost Mobile wave of the day. Let's check it out, Flick.
Yeah.
Who could it be? None other than Sawyer Lindblad with this 8.67.
Yeah, her back was up against the wall, and she needed a big score, and it was turns like this. She just found a gem of a wave and went to town on it, scoring an 8.67, and I really think this is just a sign of things to come. She is only going to go from strength to strength, and I'm excited to see her down in Sydney.
Yeah, bright future there. Well, it's been a great event. It's been 5 days, Rich, and in those 5 days, we've had some highlights. So let's take a look at our top 5 moments of this event. And we're going to start off with our top 5 moments right now with Michael Rodriguez, the fast surfing Emrod, Rich.
Oh, yeah, Emrod. Well, he's taken what he's learned at the CT level, and he's come to the Challenger Series with a vengeance. You know, this is a consistency and a type of energy and fast surfing that we haven't really seen him apply to the championship tour. He seems to click into gear on the Challenger Series, so he wants another crack at the championship tour, and with surfing like this, he's going to find his way back there.
Number 4, Flick, coming through Rio Waida has been surfing excellent. 8.6, 8.87 in this showing here.
Yeah, he absolutely went mad in this round of 64, heat 11. 2 excellent scores. And for me, he really was one of the most informed surfers of this event. So, yeah, I love what I'm seeing from Rio. I love the dedication that he's putting into getting to know Snapper. He wasn't done after Margaret River, even though he's secured his place on the cut. He just wants to keep that competitive fire going. And with turns like that, it's just beautiful to watch. It's just, yeah, textbook surfing. And, yeah, I absolutely loved it. He was one of my picks, actually, for this event.
And a couple fans. At number 3, long live the Queen of Snapper. Look at this one. This was the buzzer beater, the 9.33, Rich.
Yeah, the champ had her back up against the wall, but in true legendary fashion, Steph nails the highest scoring single wave score of the entire event, just with this fluid, graceful style, connecting with the lip multiple times. And she went about 200 meters down the point here. And, you know, this is Steph's home ground, and she just knows this wave so well. Can never write her off, you know, just coming from behind.
Number 2, Flick, our men's winner, an energized Samuel Pupo.
Yeah, I love this guy's surfing. He's just surfing so fast and whippy out of the top. And for me, he was also, I said it about Rio, but he was one of my picks coming into this event. And I just feel like he deserves to be on tour. I mean, with maneuvers like that, he literally cleared a whole section there. And yeah, coming through with a win, super inspiring. You know, coming off the back of not making the cut at Margaret River. He said it was one of the worst and most challenging times of his career to now today the best. Super inspiring, and lots of fans here on the beach for him. Lots of Brazilians on the beach, and yeah, I'm sure he'll be celebrating tonight.
Speaking of inspiring, an inspiring victory by India Robinson's, Rich.
Yeah, incredible story, really. You know, India falling off tour, having some adversity to really overcome, but this is testament to digging deep, to finding a way forward, to believing in yourself, believing in your ability. And she's worked on her surfing. She's come back bigger, better, stronger. She's found a new way to compete. She's had the backing of all the Aussies here, and what a week. Just, you know, came out on top, and the perfect start to regain her position on the tour.
Stop number 1 on the Challenger Series with a great ending for India Robinson. Wow, we're just beginning. We got 6 stops in this Challenger Series, Flick.
I know. And the next stop is only a few days away down in Narrabeen.
That's right. The next stop, the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, Rich, presented by Bonzoid. North Narrabeen is going to be the spot.
Yeah, it's going to be unreal. My hometown. I'm looking forward to getting back to Sydney, and you know, fingers crossed the surf producers for us. You know, the forecast looks good. The bank's set up. It's going to be a great event. It always delivers. And, you know, I think the competitors are going to be psyched on it as well.
Yeah, well, thank you, Rich. Thank you, Flick. And remember, check WorldSurfLeague.com. That GWM Sydney Surf Pro presented by Bonzoid starts May 17th. And with that, I want to bid you aloha and enjoy all of our event highlights. The road to qualification starts right here.
Do you want to bang bang? I want to bang bang with you.
There's no gimmies on the Challenger Series.
Every round's an elimination round.
Great flow, a lot of different turns.
On the buzzer. That came down to the wire.
Good morning once again from Snapper Rocks.
6-point ride. Jet Schilling turns the heat. Jadson Andre.
He wants a water break.
Old Buckets Biso is back to his old tricks.
Oh, wow.
Rio makes his move as he hammers the pocket. Ellie Harrison, beautiful cup.
Nice reverse for Fitzgibbon.
Jet Schilling has moved into the lead.
Silva looking sharp here. That's going to be the end of her ride.
Yimai here, wow. Wow, really committed surfing.
Battle of the Goofy Foot with Jacob Wilcox coming out on top. Under 3 minutes remaining, Schilling goes to the lead.
Crosby versus Rio, absolute battle royale.
We have whittled down the field. The lineup is strong. The head-to-head matchups are incredible. Imai Kalani DeVault gets the victory. Chloe Andino, Psyche Ima. Jet Schilling's on his way to the semis here.
This is game on.
Samuel Pupo.
What a statement. Michael Rodriguez, Crosby Colapinto, two of the form surfers of this tournament.
Crosby gets the number.
India Robinson up against the Queen, Stephanie Gilmore. India Robinson, great rail surfer. And India's going to get the job done.
Wow.
Nice section here, and Sawyer, big vert. 15 seconds to go. Goes the air reverse. Sawyer's on her way.
Goofy versus Natural. They seem effortless.
Feels really good. My first ever QS final.
Sammy Pupo up against Crosby Colapinto.
India Robinson taking on Sawyer Lindblad. Both these surfers chasing their first Challenger Series victory.
Oh, that first turn. She get a finish, she does.
Wow.
Nice.
Good to India. She is the champion of the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro.
Samuel Pupo, Imai Kalani DeVault in the men's final.
And your new champion is Samuel Pupo.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.